welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna try something a little different. Since this was such an easy recipe that I wanted to share with you guys, I thought it'd be kind of fun if I actually cooked in front of you instead of moving over to the stove back and forth like that. I'm just trying this out, so let me know if you like this cooking in front, or if you like it better the way that I've been doing it. Just thought I'd change it up a little bit so it doesn't get boring, you know? But anyway, so today I'm gonna be making a black pepper braised vegan protein. So I'm using vegan ham and tofu for this dish. You can also use TVP, and then or even soy curls. Soy curls are pretty good with this too. I typically like to make this when I'm feeling under the weather and I'm sick. I'll eat this because it's so savory that I'll eat it with just plain rice porridge. So that's been my combination every single time I'm sick. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, which is why I'm actually going to be making this dish. It's super easy. Let's see. And I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see everything. Let me know if it just looks too cluttered. Let me know if you just want it the same way that I've been doing it before. But we're just gonna test this one out. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, so let's get started, guys. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and mince up some ginger. You're gonna need maybe like a 3-inch, 3 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches, kind of cube of ginger. And we're just gonna mince that up. If you want to know, I guess it's like a tablespoon of minced ginger. The more ginger, the better when I'm feeling sick. For me, it's typically one of those. Well, I have a head cold right now, so it's more like nasal congestion, but ginger is so good at warming your stomach. It's good for, you know, anti-inflammatories. So it just overall makes you feel like warm and comfortable. So the more ginger, the better for me, which is interesting because I grew up not even liking ginger. I don't even like black pepper either. But as I've gotten older, I've been very much appreciating the health benefits of ginger and black pepper. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and mince this up really quick. I'm gonna set that aside. And I know, guys, my knife skills not so good, but I'm not on the Food Network, I'm on YouTube. Alrighty, so we got our ginger all minced up. And now I'm just gonna cut the ham, the vegan ham. Just cutting them into cubes, bite-sized cubes. So however big you want them to be. I like them on the smaller side, just cause one, it's also easier for my daughter to eat. And two, I get lazy to chew. I'm gonna go ahead and cube this. And I'm gonna do the same with tofu afterwards too. Another surprising thing is I grew up not even liking vegan ham. I was never really a fan, to be honest with you. And then as as I grew older, I guess I learned to appreciate the subtle flavors. So, vegan ham is done. I'm gonna do some fried tofu. And same thing, you want to cut them up into bite-sized pieces, so however big or however small you like them. And then I will try to write down an actual recipe in the description box, so you'll have, I know some people prefer exact measurements, which is fine. I only like exact measurements really when it comes to baking. And baking stresses me out because it's so exact. What are your guys' favorite things to eat when you're sick? I think this has always been my comfort food when I'm sick. And that's also probably why I can't eat this when I'm not sick. It just reminds me of being sick. Alrighty, so I cut the tofu, the vegan ham, and I minced up the ginger, and then now it's just putting it. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fry up the ginger first. And we're just gonna fry this until flavored. Or saute it, I guess. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see? So once it starts getting pretty brown and fragrant, like you can really smell the ginger, I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the vegan ham. And the thing that I enjoy the most about vegan protein is that it's already cooked, so you don't have to stress out about anything. Saute this until it gets pretty golden. It's kind of fun. Vegan ham starts to golden up a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the tofu. And we're just warming this up since the tofu's already been fried. Alright, so next comes the seasoning. And again, I'll write down the ingredients with the exact measurements in the description box. So if you guys want to see that, expand the description box. So I'm adding vegan seasoning into it. We're going to add some of the vegetarian mushroom oyster sauce. Oyster mushroom sauce. Soy sauce. And yes, this is legitimately how I cook. And then some 5 spice. The most important ingredient, black pepper. Now the more the merrier for the black pepper. Okay, and finally we're just gonna put in a can of coconut soda or cocoa soda. You can also use fresh coconut juice or coconut water if you want to. We're just gonna cook this down for probably a good, once it starts to boil, I usually give it a good maybe 3 minutes. Just so that the sugars get a chance to caramelize a little bit. That's it. It's super easy and fairly quick too. If I'm not eating this with rice porridge, I like to pair it because it is very salty. I like to pair it with like a green soup. Just a soup made with like dark green vegetables, or something light like a chayote squash soup. And I'll show you guys how to make that in another video. They pair really, really well. Something like light with something like super savory. I grew up with my mom. A normal dinner for my mom is very elaborate, I think, for me to make for my own family, because she'll make a soup and then she'll make something savory and then like a vegetable dish and then a fried dish, and the whole table is like filled with food and it's just dinner time. And I never appreciated it quite as much when I was growing up, but now that I'm older, it's one of those things where it's like, wow, my mom spent so much time in the kitchen making us dinner, and it makes me miss her. It really does. It makes me appreciate everything that my mom did that I didn't really pay attention to when I was growing up. Now my husband is lucky to have a savory dish and a vegetable dish. If he gets a soup, then he gets a savory dish with it, but sometimes it's just a soup. Yeah. Oh, and then let me know if I'm talking too much, guys. It's kind of awkward, you know? Okay, guys, so, it took probably good like 3-4 minutes for it to come to a boil. So it's boiling right now. I turned the heat down to medium, and I'm just gonna let this kind of simmer so that all of the sugars get a chance to caramelize, and you'll get a really, really pretty, like dark coloring, and then the caramelization of the sugars will help this sauce thicken just a little bit. And I'm just gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes and see where we're at with that. Alrighty guys, so I've let this cook for, I'm gonna say about 5 minutes. I kind of just did the dishes and came back. I think it's about 5 minutes. I don't know if you can see it, but you'll start to see the liquid in it kind of thicken, and it makes this like dark caramel color. This is exactly where I want it to be. I love the sauce in this, so I never want to cook it all the way down. But the more you cook it, the thicker it's going to get, the darker it's going to be. So it's all your preference, but this is where I'm going to stop, just simply because this sauce, you can eat this with white rice and be happy. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. Again, I usually eat this with just plain rice porridge, or if I want to eat it with rice, then I'll just eat it with some kind of like a dark leafy green soup with it, or something light. But yeah, I will show you guys how I serve it, and we'll see what my husband thinks. Hey guys, I hope you guys give this a try, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
I haven't had porridge in so long. The texture of her porridge is like oatmeal.
I know, it's kind of thick, sorry.
I don't mind it. It was really good.
And that's black pepper braised tofu, and then I also put in vegan ham.
Very light. Even by itself, oh yeah. I like the pepper. If any, I could use just a little bit more, but that's just personal choice. But yeah, no, overall it's really good. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of it.
Okay, bye.